Okay everyone, take a good look at the picture on this slide. Have you ever thought about whether children should be allowed to have cell phone? Do you think there's a lot of benefit by allowing children to have a cell phone or otherwise? I will share everything in this speech, so please stay until the end of the speech. Before, cell phone, also known as a mobile phone, have become an ambitious part of modern life. They are used for communication, entertainment, and accessing the internet. With the development of smartphones, cell phones have also become tool for productivity with the ability to send and receive email, take photos and video, and access a wide range of apps and services. They have also played a significant role in connecting peoples and communities, both locally and globally. Cell phones have fundamentally changed the way we live, work, and communicate with each other. In this slide, you can see the number of smartphone users in Malaysia from 2010 to 2020 and a forecast up to 2025. Over 29 million people using smartphones. Other statistics show children from age 6 to 12 use mobile phone in Australia. Let's look. Should parents allow their children to have cell phone or no? As technology continues to advance, more and more parents are faced with the decisions of whether or not to allow their children to have cell phone. On one hand, cell phone can provide a sense of safety and security for both child and parent, as well as access to a wealth of information. On the other hand, there are also concerns about the potential negative effect of cell phone use. The decisions can be challenging for parents as they consider the advantage and disadvantage of allowing these children to have a cell phone. Now, you may ask yourself, what are advantages allowing children to have a cell phone, and why are cell phones an important tool for children nowadays? There are several advantages by allowing children to have a cell phone. In terms of education, cell phone can be a valuable tool for students. Many schools are now using mobile apps and online resources to provide students with access to educational materials, homework assignments, and other resources. These apps and resources can help students stay engaged and connect to their studies, and can also provide them with the flexibility to work and assignment and project at their own pace. Additionally, students can use the internet to access educational resources such as online lecture, educational video, and interactive learning tools that can help them to learn and retain information more effectively. Cell phone can also be an important tool for children in emergency situations. Having a phone can allow children to quickly and easily call for help in an emergency, whether it be through making a call or sending message. This can be especially important in situations where a child may be lost or injured. In emergency situations, having a phone can also help children to contact parents, guardians, or emergency service. This can be especially important if children is alone and with unfamiliar place. In addition, smartphones now include features such as GPS tracking, which can be useful for finding a child if they get lost, and also for tracking the child's location in case of emergency with the parent authorizations. So imagine if you let your children have a cell phone without control, what will happen? While there are many potential benefits for allowing children to have a cell phone, there are also some potential drawbacks that parents should be considered before making the decisions to give their child a phone. Some reasons why parents may choose not to let their children have a cell phone include a few factors. Well, let me tell you what the factors are. First of all, when parents do not control their children from cell phone, it can lead to cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is a growing concern for children who have access to to cell phone and the internet. It can take many forms such as mean or hurtful text messages, spreading rumors, or sharing embarrassing photo or video online. It can be even harder to detect the traditional bully. See, it can happen at any time and in any place. This can make it harder for children to escape the bullying and also make it harder for parents and teachers to invest. Cyberbullying can be also serious consequences including depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and even suicide. Children who also bully online may be more likely to feel isolated, helpless, and hopeless. Next, by allowing children to have a cell phone, it can cause to cell phone addictions, which is a growing concern particularly among children. Children may become addicted to their phone and spend excessive amount of time on them, which can lead to a lack of physical activity, poor sleep habit, and decreased social interaction. Some signs of cell phone addiction in children include difficulty putting the phone down even when it's not in use, constant checking of the phone for notification, and spending excessive amount of time on social media or gaming apps, neglecting the other activity and responsibility, and difficult focusing or completing tasks. Cell phone addictions can have a negative impact on children's physical and mental health, such as poor sleep quality and quantity, increased risk of obesity, depression and anxiety, decreased social skills and face-to-face communication, and last but not least, it can cause difficulty with the attentions and concentrations. Looking at the bad impact by letting children to have cell phone, we should put precautions to avoid this continuous happen. There are several ways parents can help control their children's use of cell phone and ensure that they are using them wisely. First, set limit on screen time. Parents can set specific limit on the amount of time their children are allowed to spend on their phones, such as during homework or meal time. Second, monitor internet activity. Parents can use parental control software to monitor and restrict their children's access to certain websites, apps, and social media platforms. Next, establish rules and guidelines, which a parent should establish clear rules and guidelines for their children's phone use, such as what type of content are appropriate to watch and share, and the importance of being respectful, and kind to each other. And lastly, encourage the activity that engage like sport, music, and hobby. This will help children to be less dependent on the phone and have a balanced life. By implementing this strategy, parents can help control their children's use of cell phone and ensure that they are using them in a safe and responsible manner. Whether or not children should be allowed to have cell phone is a decision that ultimately depends the parents' restrictions and the specific circumstances of child. Cell phone can be valuable tool for keeping in touch with family and friends, and can also be used for educational and safety purpose. However, it is important for parents to set clear guidelines and boundaries for phone use to ensure that children use the technology responsibly. For younger children, it may be more appropriate to wait until they are older before giving them access to a cell phone. Thank you.